Bill, first of all, just bring us up to speed about exactly what happened and how this second assassination attempt came to be.
Well, thanks. We know the president was out on his golf course early afternoon there in West Palm Beach. And they had, for security purposes, the Secret Service agent was one hole ahead of him on the course. That agent seemed to have caught sight of a rifle barrel poking through a fence at the perimeter of the property. The agent fired at that site, that location, and the person who was there took off and fled and was apparently captured later on the highway north of West Palm Beach. They said that the gunman was 300 to 500 yards distant from former President Trump at the time. A very long shot. It will raise questions about security procedures again, but it also does seem that the Secret Service caught this early, and that agent in question is being praised by law enforcement and former President Trump, as you showed there.
Yeah. I mean, of course, the priority is the safety of the former president. But I do wonder whether what has happened in the last 24 hours will have any implications on the polling, especially given President Trump has sort of faltered in the polls since the debates versus Vice President Kamala Harris last week. How likely is it that he may see a bump in polls after what has happened?
Yeah, we really won't know for the next, for at least a couple days, whether this has any kind of substantial impact on the polling. Obviously, still a very tight race. We don't have a lot of the imagery and the video that we did from that first assassination attempt about 2 months ago. So that may play into the overall reaction. I do think there will be a lot of, a lot more discussion about the political violence and threats of violence in the U.S. election this year. I think the big question for President Trump, though, who's had a rough week since that debate, is whether this provides an opportunity for him to pivot away from a lot of the discussion that's centered on whether immigrants have been eating pets. That has kind of dominated the discussion of the politics in the recent days. This does give the Trump campaign a fresh start. Just a big question whether they will seek to take advantage of that and move on. In what is really the home stretch here, we'd have about 7 weeks to go before Election Day.